Yes, sir. What's up, boys? And today we're talking about Bogdan Bogdanovic getting traded to the Bucks. So we're going to cover 5 aspects of this trade in this video. We're going to cover who was involved in this trade, why this trade was made, what this trade does for the Bucks, what this trade does for the Kings, and who won and who lost this trade. So we're going to cover those 5 aspects. Make sure you guys like the video, subscribe to the channel. We do new NBA videos every week. And we are doing the live stream tomorrow during the NBA draft at 7 p.m. And I have 2 other videos that I'm going to upload today. Feel free to check those out. So let's get into it. So aspect number 1, who was involved in this trade? So the Kings are sending to the Bucks. They're sending Bogdan Bogdanovic and Justin James in exchange for the Bucks sending Donte, DiVincenzo, Ilyasova, and DJ Wilson over to the Kings. So there were no picks involved as far as I'm aware. Let's get into the second aspect of why this trade was made. So the Kings made this trade because they can't afford to keep Bogdan Bogdanovic after they just signed Buddy Hield. Buddy Hield plays the same position as him, so it wouldn't make sense for them to sign 2 starter-level players to starter-level contracts when they know that they have De'Aaron Fox's contract coming up and Marvin Bagley's contract coming up. And they're already paying Harrison Barnes a crazy number. So with that in mind, they knew that they weren't going to be able to keep Bogdan Bogdanovic. In my opinion, Bogdan is the better fit over Buddy Hield. But because you already have Buddy Hield signed to the team, I could understand why they decided to move on from Bogdan. So that's why this trade was made. And for the Bucks, this trade was made because last year they had a disappointing run in the playoffs, and Giannis needs some more supporting pieces around him other than Chris Middleton. He needs more players that can shoot and play make. So they decided to address their shooting and playmaking with a few trades that they've made, including the Jrue Holiday trade. I made a video about that today as well. Go check that out. So that's why this trade was made. Bucks want to address their shooting and playmaking, add to their depth around Giannis, and the Kings had to move off of Bogdan Bogdanovic because they already have Hield. So let's get into how this trade impacts the Bucks. So Bogdanovic is a 37% three-point shooter, 40% three-point shooter on catch-and-shoot threes, and he averaged 3.4 assists last year, so he does pretty well in pushing the ball up the floor in transition offense. So it just gives the Bucks some more versatility on offense with guys like Jrue Holiday and Bogdanovic able to bring the ball up the floor, make decisive moves, and allow Giannis to just sprint. Just imagine Giannis sprinting. This guy's built like Usain Bolt. If Giannis can just sprint freely down the court and not have to dribble the ball up, guys like Jrue Holiday and Bogdan and Chris Middleton can feed him, bro, he's only going to get more efficient, save energy from having to dribble and try to drive around defenders and shit, finish more alley-oops, finish more layups, and shit like that. So I think it's a good fit for them in that sense. Bogdanovic is a great player. He's one of the best mid-range shooters in the league right now. If you look at him percentage-wise, he has a very good mid-range efficiency ability, whatever the fuck you want to call it. His three-point shooting is very good. As I told you guys, 40% on catch-and-shoot threes. So it addresses the Bucks to the main areas of improvement, which were they need more depth, they need more three-point shooting, and they need more playmaking. So Bogdanovic does all of that for them. Now we're going to get into the fourth of 5 topics, which was how does this trade impact the Kings? So for the Kings get 2 young prospects in Donte DiVincenzo and DJ Wilson, both young players that they can put around Marvin Bagley and De'Aaron Fox, that they can build around. Donte DiVincenzo had a very good season last year. He showed a lot of promise, and I've heard very good things about him. In terms of his ability and his ceiling, I'm not too sure. Guys, let me know in the comments, what is DiVincenzo's ceiling? Like, is his ceiling like a Bogdan Bogdanovic? Is his ceiling like a Pat Connaughton? Is he better than Pat Connaughton? I would hope so. Pat Connaughton is fucking ass, but what is DiVincenzo's ceiling? That's what I want to know. Let me know in the comments. But yeah, I think he's a good young prospect. DJ Wilson as well. He's a good young prospect as well. He's about 7 footer, 6'11". He gets a lot of blocks. When he does play, he gets a lot of blocks. So I think he's a good defender in that sense. He can replace some of Harry Giles' minutes when Harry Giles leaves. You can slide Marvin Bagley down to the 4 more often and have DJ Wilson play the 5. So I think it's a good trade in that sense. And the Bucks also get Ilyasova, who they can potentially flip for some second-round picks in the future or another asset. Or potentially they could keep Ilyasova and then trade Bjelica, who has more trade value than Ilyasova anyways. So depending on what direction the Kings want to go, if that role is not as important to them, they can keep Ilyasova and then trade Bjelica to get more assets in maybe a different position or area of need that they have. So now we're going to get into the fifth and final topic of this trade. So who won and who lost the trade? Guys, let me know in the comments down below. Who do you think won this trade? Who do you think lost this trade? We've seen a lot of trades going on ever since the trade moratorium has been lifted yesterday. So it's just going to keep getting crazier and crazier. I want to know who you guys think won this trade and who lost this trade. Because me personally, I think the Bucks win this trade. And why do I think that? I think the Bucks won this trade because Bogdanovic is the best piece in this trade. There were no draft picks involved, and there was no crazy contracts involved. The rumor was that the Bucks were going to have to take on Harrison Barnes' contract. They didn't end up having to do that. All they had to do was give up two young pieces in DJ Wilson and Donte DiVincenzo. Ilyasova, you don't even worry about that. That's nothing. You throw Ilyasova away for a bag of chips, bro. So anyways, I think that the Bucks won this trade because Bogdanovic is a proven player. He's a good scorer, good playmaker, and I think he fits well around Giannis and Jrue Holiday as well as Chris Middleton. So I think it's good in that sense. You could see lineups with Jrue Holiday, Bogdanovic, Chris Middleton, Giannis, and then Brook Lopez at the 5. That's a pretty good lineup in the East. You're not really shocking anyone or scaring anyone, but I think it's definitely an upgrade over the lineup that they used to run with Eric Bledsoe at the 1. So I think that the Bucks win this trade. It's not that the Kings really lost this trade. Donte DiVincenzo could develop into a great player. DJ Wilson could develop into a great player. I just think that the Bucks won because they got the best player in the trade. So that's my opinion. Guys, let me know how you feel about this trade in the comments down below. Make sure you like the video, subscribe to the channel. Remember, we're doing the live stream tomorrow at 7 p.m. Maybe I'll get on by 6:30 p.m. I have to see when I get off work. But anyways, make sure you guys stop by, say what's up. I'm uploading 2 other videos today, so check those out. All right, peace.